Hi, I'm Eli, the designer of Worldbreakers Advent of the Kennet, and today I'd like to take a trip down memory lane and look at an older version of the game. One of the cool things about developing Worldbreakers mostly online and prototyping through Tabletop Simulator is that I have this archive of every version that I've gone through. So just to give you some perspective, this is how Worldbreakers looks right now. We have the turn tracker at the middle of the board that players can use to indicate whose turn it is. We have our cards, and many of them have art on them. We have all these different counters that indicate resources and power and so on. It's a game. It's pretty mature. You can go and play it right now on Tabletop Simulator or on Tabletopia. And now let's turn on our time machine. And I have this directory in Tabletop Simulator called FNR. And the prototype name for Worldbreakers was YA. And let's start with YA version 0. This is how the game looked when I first played it on Tabletop Simulator. I'm pretty impressed with how much was already there. Notably, here is the turn tracker. It's very similar to what we have right now. We have the standing mechanic. We call them resources here, but it's the same thing where standing goes up as you play the game, and it's a thresholding mechanic. And let's take a peek at the decks. Each deck has 20 cards or so. Right now the deck size is 30, but I just developed 20 cards so we can try the prototype. It's interesting to see how little has changed from what we have right now. So for example, this is a creature. Back then I called them creature, now they're called followers. And it costs 2C. Worldbreakers is based in some ways on Netrunner, and Netrunner has credits. We now call the currency Mythium, but back then I guess C was just credits. It has 2 strength, 3 health. It gives you a sun when you enter play. I could see something very similar in current Worldbreakers. One interesting mechanic is auto attack. Previously in this version, certain followers, creatures, attacked as soon as they enter play. That went away. It wasn't very fun to play. But yeah, otherwise very similar to what we have right now in the game. In particular, these are the points trackers, and you win when you have 10 points. Now we call it power, but it's the same win condition. These are the credits, so you start with 5 credits. Now you start with 5 Mythium, but again, the same thing. I do want to talk about combat though. That's something that changed quite a bit. So in Worldbreakers, every player takes 4 turns during a round, and turns alternate. So you take a turn, which is composed of 1 action, your opponent takes a turn, and so on. And one of the actions you can take during a turn is to attack your opponent. If you have some followers on the board, and the way this is going to work is it's your turn, you take the action, and you attack. So that's something that exists now and existed then, but when we first played the game, you could only do it once every round. So when you attack, you would flip your attack counter, and that's it. Next turn you cannot attack. And that rule, actually, we dropped it, and now you can attack as many times as you want. Attacking already carries a cost, because you could have used that turn to gain a Mythium or draw a card. You've chosen to attack instead. Pretty interesting to look at this old version. The engine is pretty much the same. You have Mythium, you have your deck that has 3 types of cards in it. You can spend any of your turns taking one of these actions, which are available here. So it's amazing how much of the engine was there when the game was initially designed. Let me know what you think in the comments. If this is interesting, then as you can see here, there's quite a few more versions to go through. So if you enjoy this kind of trip, let me know in the comments. And thank you for listening.